he will. Well met. Thrygva, that cursed fool. Undead and perhaps he is. For now. So I guess you cannot defeat him as you are. The lone pillar grants him strength beyond mortal flesh. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Listen well. To face Thrygva and live, you'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the lone pillar's might. Without it, you're as good as dead. I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the giant's blessings first. What do I look like? A giant keeper? The giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. Their power does not come cheap. If Stroner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. Women tend to keep the wisdom their men ignore. Stroner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. If we're being honest, the Ulfar tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? But mad or not, don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her madness holds more truth than most men's sanity. Conspire. Ha! Call it what you like. Thrygva's not a man anymore. He's a curse on the Ulfar. And curses don't just go away on their own. Stroner and I understand that. If you're wise, you'll understand it too. Someone has to stop him. If it were up to me, I'd vote against it. The moot waste time dreaming of invading Camelot. While the Dorita crumble from... We've got greater problems to solve. Fractured tribes. Off you go. And thank you for aiding the Ulfar tribe.
Vigdis? Because I'm protecting her from prying eyes. I don't know you. Why would I speak of my wife, accused of madness, to a stranger? For any Dalrita, losing one's mind is like a living death, a shame worse than most can bear. But I love her too much to grant her a good death. If Darvan believes she hasn't gone mad, but instead serves as a bridge between the Ulfar and you'll find her in the locked...
goes? I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, so tell me, what brings you to us? Let me guess. Everyone's falling over themselves. This isn't the first time Gerfon has called for a moot to unite against Camelot. And, as the truth is, the Dalriada are tired of war. Old feuds and fighting off the we're too divided. She's my daughter. She stops by every now and then. I'm not dying, after all. I'm simply entering the stoned sleep. Nothing happened. This is the process of stoned sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs. We've never accepted anyone who isn't Dalriada. Not in living. That said, you don't.
He sent. Yes, I know their ways. Or what little of it the Ulfr haven't buried. But you. And the. Go.
Greetings, walker in the weirdness. Your presence heralds the end of our vigil. Skuld sees the weirdness flowing through you. He is impressed. A swirl of colors surrounds. The Thoid tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest. Mother told Senja, Skuld's sister, when the one who walks in, you will fall into the sleep, and everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Skuld. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's... Yes, walker in the weirdness. Thanks to you, they will fall into... May Mother's light shine. Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. Skuld is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the...
You are here, Walker. I am Ingvi. May my stature not surprise for the Thoid. It is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I am my tribe's servant. I've heard the voice, but I cannot. The members of the Thoid tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty to ensure we sleep. It is sacred to the Thoid. And through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant, the one we call Mother. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. Mother promises that the strength of the Thoid's united dream, by embracing the dream, the Thoids will protect not only themselves, the Thoid, if we are not sure. We became certain the moment you set foot in. She said that when the walker in the weirdness arrives, it will be time to fall into the sleep. Through our dream, we will save ourselves from the end. Perhaps. That. How do you... If...
It gladdens Skuld to see you here, for it means we draw ever close. Behold, the dream. Walk. Ingvi believes you may unravel the burdens that weigh up. Without freeing them from these burdens, they cannot enter Mother's chamber, where each of us... Ingvi's she... What but...
You, don't just stand there. I know that. A filthy beast. A mongrel who tried to put his hands where they didn't belong. Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when I... And now he's entered the vigil and I cannot. I will... If he dares try to harm her again. Senya! I swore I chased. I need. He's. Good. But I.
You and we.
Ho ho ho, you're here. Munvarth knew you'd come, even before. He's my. Well. Did you manage to. Of course.
Walker, in the weirdness. I need to speak with Yngvi. But ever since she must hear this before. That's exactly the problem. Sonder is a trap. No one, please, I'm begging. The Giant Mother, the one we believe to be Mather, wants us to become her children, to surrender ourselves to her care. But why did we ever assume she was Mather? Our mother goddess was a warrior. She gave us the strength to stand against adversity. And what is this dream, if not turning our Sonder is an escape. And if we flee into Sonder instead of standing and fighting, we are on the verge of losing everything. I don't know if it'll be enough. Tell Yngvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dulrial. The Giant Mother is not Mather. She's nothing. I know my plea must sound desperate. If you grant my request, I'll enter Sonder. But if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I...
Walker in... I've heard them... Ah. Does he now? And he's only just come to the... Let me guess. He wants to... An escape? That is what I feared. I never would have thought Runa and I could be of this. You're voicing my own concerns. Thoid, the forefather of and mother? Who, immortal and mystical she may be. The difference between us is that I face my challenges. Taking him at his word would be naive. But I cannot. On the one hand, there is the myth. On the other, tell me, Walker in the weirdness. I will. You have my word. We've always placed our thank you for... You may leave me...
My beloved. Vroom.
Walker in the weirdness, what draws you to this place where stone and life entwine? Speak, and let the truth in your heart fill the silence. Guide you. If you... Mortals are fleeting. Each life is a... Thrigva. His corruption. If you wish to stand against him, you must show me that you honor life. Bring me the fragile. Flowers. Prove that you understand what you fight to protect. Shown me your heart, mortal, and it is steady and true. Take this blessing, forged in both bloom and ash, a fragment of what was and what will endure. May it shield you in your darkest moments and remind you of what you fight to protect. Go with my blessing, child, and let life flourish where you walk.
Hello? Did you manage to... Thank... And I can all...
I felt it. You must... More than I have. But listen. My body still clings to this world. The flesh resists what the soul has already accepted. Not because I wish to, but because I not hesitate. Strike true. And when I am... And yet, if you will not raise your blade, then I must raise mine. Not out of hate. Forgive me.
Have you found? Passing through the
Behold, Walker. This is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I. Have you... Oh, thank Mother. Thank you. Wait, who are you exactly? You look like... Walker in the... And I'll see... I do. I swore. She's so still. Have a good sleep. Thank you.
Feel it.
You have come. walker in the weirdness. Jarnsfor, Rune, Alfild, Thrym. You do not yet grasp the weight you have lifted from their shoulders. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them, but now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this privilege as well. Yes, that is why you will enter Mother's chamber, no matter the outcome. You have the gratitude we could not have stood before. You shall see my sister, Senja, and Mother, whose dreams we have shared. Do not fear. No, I know that you are indeed.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Weirdness. I saw how you helped the lost Thoid children face their burdens. The weight that for that, you have my gratitude. Now tell me. You seek the legacy of the one who brought so much suffering. I do not know if you come to me searching for pain, truth, or hope. But now I understand. You need the support of the tribes to face what slumbers beneath. Tell me, human child, why? Why should I stop waiting for Ingevi and release her from her journey towards Sonder? Her burden is lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin. The Thoid are not needed by anyone. Tell me, Walker, do you truly believe uniting the Delrida will change the fate of this world? The Thoid have suffered enough. Now they have a choice. You ask me to let them fade into nothingness.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent. You have lasted surprisingly long. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am the moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children and the children of the other giants. Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world. Alone. Defend Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. But I had time. Enough time to dream of there. I will dream, Quiestra. I will give shelter to the entire Thoid tribe.
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign. But I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague. I thought that...
Your idea of what is good. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribe, but you will have to manage without the Thoid. I will care for them as if they were my own children. Here you are, at the mercy of the mortal whose body, soul, and mind you have infected. I'm glad to see you trapped so, Arthur. But as for your words, human child, how can I be sure you'll follow through on this decision? Yes. In the end, it is because of you that so many of you have sacrificed yourself for our path. So now, though it may not be a gracious gesture, I will accept this exchange. Your word for Ingavi. Her fate is now yours. I release Ingavi from her journey to Sonder. May she carry the burden of the Thoid. Leave now.
Walker in... I don't know what to say. Deep down, I've always felt that I envied Therov for joining. Now I will have the chance to know real life. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. The Thoid. We have long, or at least that to me. It's hard to say, but I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe. But there is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. My power. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth... I know I will... That...
We had no way to control the giants, and we couldn't allow them to form an alliance with the Four-Dwellers. So, the giants are cunning creatures. Had we not gained the upper hand, I am not proud of it. It is, and you should stop asking questions when you already know. And what do you think would have become of Avalon if the warlike Dalrita, already revering the giants as they are now, had the chance to work? The giants were too powerful to remain among us, especially on lands gifted to the tribes. There were those among us who demanded their complete destruction. It was already punishment enough that they enslaved their own children and used them as a bargaining tool. I do not blame the Theod mother for her. When I...
Well, well now, as a with
Darvin, you have to talk to my father. I'm begging you.
You're confused, girl. You're asking the master of this ridiculous.
If anyone can stop this, it's you. You can set new rules. If you ever respected...
Out of the question. The stone sleep, you...
Proud? You're...
Fusca, Olaf's daughter, not the wisest girl, but unfortunately, her grasp of our Brotherhood's principles. Ah, young blood. They say, but help. There's nothing to fix here. Olaf, if he still, this is stop. You mean then?
No! You murder! Thank you for opening my eyes! Right. The beginning. My father is doing something He's giving up on life because someone convinced him that, as a member of this... But I think it's pure madness. Calling? No, my... You...
always a pleasure to see you.
You were awaited. All stages welcome, Hollow. I have worn many names. Kai. Simple minds with. Then came the outbreak. A holy relic. Ignatius is but a corpse. He survived. I chose him to. It seems a humble soul is awaited by the bleeding heart. Her name. But she is not alone. Yes, she will die for those that gift you much with now when I return.
The play what if thank God.
Have some spare food or coin?
Nice to see you.
Yeah? But why you what? Oh, that I go.
The give.
sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires. I am, well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood they weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little... In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went. The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting, a festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation. There was something almost human about it. It was like staring. I've had centuries to reflect on it. The heart is a grief made... Undoubtedly, yes. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have. I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe. But then it followed us here, too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists, I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. I saw but you could say that. One way or another, some chains are just more visible. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain. After we left the homelands, people started listening to me. Not just to my brother. It was terrifying, stepping out of his shadow. But I did my best to guide them. You see, no one becomes a prophet on their... I became what they needed. Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far. You just have to make the bet. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company, after all. And Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side. This is for both of you. May we all... Please, now go.
sister. I've always felt like, and yet, she and I'm still not sure. Blind devotion. I want to see her only as a half like more game.
We ain't safe here. You're nuts!
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. And you, brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, my king.
I've memorized Merlin's plan for your resurrection. Yet I'm certain my master made a mistake somewhere. I just can't pinpoint quite where. The theory of revival itself, the technique for performing the ritual was flawless. After all, you always return to us. But I saw how much suffering each resurrection caused you. I wanted to find a way to bring you back to us as the person you truly wish to be. King, I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. But their sacrifice was not in vain. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
I know. I saw that. Beautiful. Truly beautiful. I can't exactly repay you for making my life better, but I can give you directions to a certain stash I've prepared for myself for the darkest hour. It won't be. Thanks once again. They keep trying to buy.
A good day.